Okay, Father Miller here. Welcome back to the Nerd Father. As you can see, I have my new Doctor Who logo in the top left corner of the screen. I had one of my cartoonist friends who designed the Nerd Father logo. I threw a few old classic Who logos at him and asked if he could retweak it into Dr. Woke, because as you know, this weekend is the kickoff of the Apocryphal Season 13, which, for crying out loud, I can't believe this. I have no clue who John Bishop is. I was following Dan, the Spacebooks channel this afternoon. They were talking a little bit about him. I know he's an English comedian, but I had never heard of him. So when they did the big reveal with John Bishop as Dan, and I don't remember what his last name is, it didn't have the same impact as when they introduced John Hurt as the War Doctor. So anyway, this is kicking off this weekend. I'm going to do a hate review of the 6 seasons, or the 6 episodes. That's going to, hopefully, my personal hope is that at the end of the 6th episode, you're going to see Toby Jones, I think it is, who played the Dream Lord during Matt Smith's era. And hopefully the last 3 seasons with this included is going to turn out to be a big nightmare. It's not the Newhart finale that I kind of hope it might be, but it could, do with a good explanation of what the last 3 seasons was about, and maybe hopefully wipe out the Timeless Child stuff. But anyway, that's kicking off this weekend. To prepare for that, I did get my Doctor Who scarf in, so I'm pretty excited about that. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that I got this in, so I'm pretty happy. It's nice. It's actually really long, just like the thing. And, when I saw this on Twitter, I kind of was wondering if this was going to be, kind of like how they do a mini thing. But no, it's the actual thing. So let's see if I have it on here. Oh, where is it? Somewhere. Yeah, there it is. So you can see it even has the old Doctor Who logo, which would have been from probably the Matt Smith era. So, yeah. So we got Derek McManus in the chat. Good to see you. John Bishop is a British comedian, like I said, who needed a job because the Poof shut down his stage shows. And again, I don't really know much about his humor, so I can't really say if I'm going to be excited about this or not. But I will say from seeing the trailer, I am not impressed. And I'm out of focus for some reason. So we got the R in the chat. Rylan is here. Good to see you too. So, like I said, the show kicks off this weekend. I think it's 1:45 English time, which No, I'm sorry, 6:45 English time, which over here is 12:45 Central because I'm in the heartland of the United States. The only problem is I have three masses on Sunday. The third mass is at 11 o'clock, which means I'm done at noon, which is a half-hour drive, but I'm kicking off RCI this weekend, which is the rite of initiation for Christian adults, because I have somebody that's going to come into the church. They're getting ready to be married to a Catholic. They want to become Catholic themselves. So we're going to start kicking that off this weekend. So I'm not going to get to watch the show live. I don't have BBC America, but there are ways around it. Those that know me well know how I can get around that. I don't think it's a big moral thing. But I will be hopefully doing a live review Sunday evening. I think I have it down at 4 o'clock Central. Kat knows I'm live, so she is a little frisky right now. Wants to be on the attention. But this weekend was a busy week. I had to go to the big city this week because we had a priest workshop on Tuesday. And the cat is clicking on this keyboard. So normally what happens is when I go into the big city, I go in after the third mass on Sunday. So that way I get one full day in town, be able to run errands, hit the stores, comic shop that I love going to and everything. The only problem is, and it's not a problem. It's not a problem. We had a funeral on Monday. And again, that's not the problem or anything. God bless her and eternal rest grant unto her soul. My whole thing was last week I was going to go into the big city because next weekend we have confirmation. The bishop is coming. We have 8 kids between the 3 parishes that are going to be confirmed. So the bishop is coming. To prepare for that, the ladies of our church had the carpet cleaned. And if you've ever had that done, it takes a while for the carpet to dry down. So we canceled Mass for 3 days. And I was going to escape during that time to go into town, do my errands that I did this week. And I offered to stay behind for the priest study day that we just had on Tuesday. The only problem is the neighboring priest offered to stay behind 2 weeks ago before I could offer. And last week he called to say he was staying behind, to which I said, yeah, I know. You said you were staying behind. To which he said he was being tongue-in-cheek. Now, I held my tongue, thankfully. And I praise the Lord for holding my tongue, but I'm not doing it now. I had some uncharitable thoughts because I canceled my masses last week because I figured I'm not going to make a 300-mile trip 2 weeks in a row. Actually, it's 600 miles round trip each way, or 600 miles round trip. So if I did the trip last week and this week, it would have been 1,200 miles. So I canceled my trip last week. I wish I had gone last week because I could have done a lot more stuff. But anyway, as on my channel, last week was the big sale in my town for the comic books. I came away with a big stack. I'm not going to show everything, but if you follow me on Twitter at FR Miller, you'll know that I paid, I think it was $110 for the comics. And this includes some of the newer ones, but it was a half off comic sale. And I got 20 Superman, Batman comics. Between that, a short box which holds maybe 150 comics and 100 bags and boards. I think between the whole thing, I paid about $108. Now, I had 2 burials recently. They were not funerals, but they were burials. You usually get a stipend, so I kind of blew my stipend on that. So anyway, but just to show you a few things that just came out. I've already put some of them away. The Ice Cream Man is a comic that's now in its 26th issue, printed by Image Studio. It's a really dark, demented comic, and I gotta say I've enjoyed it. The only thing that I did not enjoy was their Christmas episode, which was about a year ago, had Planned Parenthood. Basically, it was a promotional thing for Planned Parenthood at the end. It was about a teenage girl that gets pregnant, and again, she's Catholic, but, the church says we can't do abortion, but then they kind of went through it all and all that, and I hated that. But this is kind of like a Twilight Zone, but even darker. Now, the other one that just came out is the sequel to Something is Killing the Children, which is printed by Boom Studio, House of Slaughter. This is the first issue. Now, I did buy the first print of, I have the whole Something is Killing the Children issue that came out. I think it was in 2018. The comic book guy recommended it to me, and I bought the first issue, and I subscribed to it ever since. If you follow comics, you know that the first print is now selling ungraded for about $400 on eBay. And I gotta say, I was pretty dumbfounded by that. So I believe Justin, who joins me on Fridays for Friday Afternoon Stretch, runs the comic book store. He thinks that I might get a 9.8, and he was also saying that they are having a private signing with CGC. So not only will I get a 9.8, hopefully, which is near mint, but also an autograph of the cartoonist and the storyboarder. So also came out this week was Images Time After Time, which is in its 6th issue. This one's kind of been a little bit harder to follow, but it's a time travel one, and I do enjoy time travel stories. Oh, there's the other one. This is the variant cover for the Ice Cream Man. And again, you can kind of see from this how, the demented approach to it all. I think this is the variant. But this now is getting into the newer not newer comics, but the older comics that I just bought. Again, these are like half off because of the sale. I think this one was from 1963 of Detective Comics. As you can see, it was $5, listed in poor condition. And I got to say, I'm pretty excited. It has Dr. No Face, which I had never heard of before. But as you know, also, if you follow me, Superman is probably my favorite superhero. I have about 5, 6, now almost 6 short boxes of the Superman comics. So I picked up a bunch of old Superman comics. And again, what I'm trying to collect is mostly between the 200 to 300 issues. So, oh, great superhero, free us from slavery with your mighty powers. So this was the $3 comic, issue number 2289. I got for $3. This one is $2.96. I don't know the issue offhand, but yeah. This was another comic I got for $6. It's listed in fine condition. And again, I'm trying to collect the issues between 200 and 300. So I'm trying to get at least 200 comics. I have about half of them. And the cat is on the keyboard, and my keyboard is going nuts on this side. So this one I'm looking forward to reading. This is a newer one. Issue 264 is when they went up to 20 cents. So somewhere between 264 and 309, they jumped up a few. But The Secret of the Phantom Quarterback. And I mean, again, this was another $6 comic, which I got $3. This one is Superman 308. Bombard. As I bombard the Earth with nuclear radiation gone wild. So, I think I already have this one, because I remember this one is where Superman becomes kind of the outcast, and this guy takes over. But another $6 comic I got for $3. Now this is a little bit newer one. This is when they jumped up to the 40 cents. So I'm believing this is the early 80s, because it was about the early 80s when it, you can kind of tell from the art style and the numbering system. This is again another one from the 80s, but this one I was drawn to because of Bizarro. Let's see if I can get that up here. Only Me Can Save Lois Lane. So, again, another $6 comic I got for $3. Issue number 275. Very good condition. Again, the thing that was fun about Superman in the 70s was Superman was not only working for the Daily Planet, but he was working for a TV station. He was the anchor of the nightly news. And again, that's the thing that was fun about Superman during the 70s and the 80s, because of the camp and everything. Now, Superman is not fun. So, this one is another $6 one, issue 294. It also has another story of the private life of Clark Kent, which is actually pretty good. I mean, they have the full Superman story, but then there's like another 2-3 page story of just Clark Kent. So, again, it looks like Superman is the last man on Earth. So this was rated a fine condition. Now this is definitely an 80s one because as you can see it's 50 cents. But this was another $6 comic. It is listed in very good condition. A little bit harder to do this with the reflection and all that stuff. Now this is an older one, going a little bit further. Again, this was a $5 comic I got for $2.50. The Flash versus Superman. So good condition. Then jump into little Detective Comics, $7 comic, number 368. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know a whole lot about Batman. I mean, at least the Batman comics, because I'm just starting to get into Batman. But this was a $3.50 comic I got, and it's rated good, so not too bad. But going back to Superman, another $6 comic, number 268. Got to get Clark Kent to the hospital back row. He's dying. So this is going to be a fun one. Let's see. The Wild Weekend in Washington. Batgirl. Okay, this is a fun one. This is the reason I got this one was because Superman is in the electric chair. $5 comic, number 223 for $5. I'm sorry, $2.50. $5 comic for $2.50. And Cat, click on that. Let's see, I'm still seeing Ryan Lynn's. Master TDS is in the chat. Good to see you. Lord Thoth is here. Good to see you too. Oh, this is a fun one. I Killed Robin. Detective Comics 374. Hunt for Robin Killer. Got it for $3. Good condition. And again, the cat is clicking on the keyboard. We're going to move. Oh, the comics are on the keyboard. That's why it is. So we're moving the keyboard out of the way. So let's go back to this. I'm just checking. Okay, so then you got this one, number, let's see, 234. Good condition for $2.50. Cat's going to try to jump over here. Now, the only downside with having a cat, and I usually have these at my bedside because I'll do a little reading before I go to bed. Nice little sharp edge. Cat loves sharp edge, so you got to keep them away from the cat. Let's get this out of the way. Got a few more. And then I got a Twix ad I want to show. I saw it on Steven Crowder this morning. So this was Superman, again, 80s, 368 for $3.50. With and this is the fun part, the extra adventure of Superman 2020. So you got to realize this is a comic for almost 20. Well, at the time, 2020 was about 20 years away. So 2000 was 20 years away. I don't know. Sorry, it's been a long day. Again, getting some of the newer comics, fine condition. Gotta love the artwork. Superman with fire coming through his mouth. 40-cent comic that is now selling for $4. I got it for $2 with everything. Let's see. So 303. Oh, cat. I'm gonna show you what I'm fighting here. Get to see the cat there. She is really a pain at times. So, readjust my camera. So this is 303. When lightning strikes, thunder kills. Fine condition, $4. Sale, $2. Let me see. Okay, so this is going to be a fun one. I think these two were back to back. Yeah, they are. Okay, so these have to be mid 80s. This one says 1982. So number 380 and 381. So Superman's going through the past from 1969 into 1982. These both were, well, okay, so these were a total of $5 altogether, but half off, got them for both for $2.50. So pretty happy with that. Action Comics, number 365, 12 cents. Good condition, 2.5. Superman's Funeral. So you got Lois, Lana, and Lori the Mermaid. See, this one is a number 180, so this has to be early 60s. I think this one's might be like 63. But this was a fair condition comic, 8 1/4. So I think I got it for, well, my math's horrible, a little bit over $4. And then the final one that I picked up was Superman 210. It's in good, very good condition, as you can see, and $9 for 4.5. So again, the idea was I behaved myself this time because, like I said, most of the comics I'm trying to collect are the Superman, but I have about half of the Jimmy Olsen, half of the Lois Lane comics. A lot of the comics I want for Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen are in the lower numbers, and there's no way I can afford that. Figuring that a Lois Lane is going for at least $1,000 for number 1, at least. So Midtown Comics in New York City had a sale a few years back where on Black Friday they had a lot of the Lois Lanes and Supermans for 75% off. So I picked up a bunch of $30 comics for 75% off, which I don't know, maybe $7 each, but still, that's not too bad. But there's one other thing I just wanted to show today, and we're going to go live again tomorrow. I'm on the Rabbi's channel at 8 o'clock in the morning on Central Time, and then I'll be going live in the afternoon at 3 o'clock Central. This I came across this morning from Stephen Crowder on his stream. This is the Twix Halloween commercial, and for crying out loud, I can't believe how bad this is. Probably get copyright strike, but you know what? So be it. Kid in a dress.
Hi. I'm your new nanny.
I don't need a nanny.
Well, your parents seem to think you do.
What's your favorite color?
Black.
Other than black.
Oh, charcoal?
Yeah, so you got a witch, or at least a goth lady, and it gets worse.
Why are you all dressed up? It's not Halloween yet.
Can I help you?
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Do you want to find out? You buckled?
I'm still wearing my princess dress.
Do you want to wear it?
Yeah, a boy wearing a dress.
Okay.
Here's where it gets interesting.
Hey, you! Princess! You look like a girl. Why are you wearing that?
Dressing like this makes me feel good.
Is that your nanny? She looks weird. You look weird, your nanny looks weird, you guys are both weird.
No, we're just different.
Boys don't wear dresses.
Whoa!
Whoa! Where is it coming from? What's happening?
Whoa!
Yeah.
We should go.
Yeah, she just beats the crap out of a kid, and it's like, we should go.
Will he come back?
Yeah, probably. Come on.
Yeah, probably. For crying out loud.
We should go.
Yeah, so violence is okay, I guess. So, yeah, child abuse. Kid makes fun of you. It's okay for the adult to beat the crap out of you. Anyway. Yeah, I really like Twix. I'll be honest, I haven't had Twix in ages, mostly because of the diet that I've been on. I've been doing keto for about a year, and it's worked, but kind of off keto for now. But even, when I was doing keto or not doing keto, I usually have tried to avoid those type of things just because of the sugar and all that. Not diabetic, but I really do want to avoid eating a lot of sugar. So, but that's really about it for the stream tonight. Like I said, I just wanted to do a short stream. Pretty excited with my new Tom Baker scarf, as you can see, and I love pointing out that I got the great Tom Baker in the background. So that's about it. We'll be live tomorrow at 3 Central. I'll be having visit a group. Like I said, it's been a long day. I'm ready to crash for the night. And Bosco's ready to crash too. Let's get a little picture of her. There she is. So, and now that's the problem. When I move the camera, I got to readjust it and everything. So, yeah. Till then, we'll see everybody later. And the cat's nudging my arm as I'm trying to hit the end broadcast button.